Hello and welcome. For today's screencast, we explore some activities and information relevant to wireless network security. In plain English, this means we look at the various widgets and utilities you'll use on a Windows client to set up and examine your wireless network settings, available networks, and so forth. Many notebook, PC, and wireless interface vendors include other utilities in addition to the ones we examine here, whereas we stick to the built-in Windows basics, guaranteed to be present on a wireless Windows PC. Let's begin by taking a look at the Windows XP Control Panel. Click Start, Control Panel, and then click the left-hand button to switch to Classic View if it's not set that way already. This lets us look at a comprehensive list of all your control panel widgets, which is exactly what we want to do. Scroll down and see what looks like it has wireless network relevance. In addition to the basic Windows network connections, you should see a wireless network setup wizard, and you may see other items as well. Thus, on a Dell notebook, for instance, you might see the Broadcom Advanced Control Suite widget, which will normally provide information about your wired and wireless network interfaces and let you quickly test their connectivity. Now let's dig into network connections. Double-click that entry in Control Panel to open the Network Connections window. Under LAN or high-speed internet, you should see an entry labeled Wireless Network Connection. Double-click that entry to check the connection status. If you're connected to a wireless network, the status shows as connected. You should also see a network name, a speed rating, and a 5-bar indicator to provide some measure of signal strength, where no green bars is the worst rating possible and 5 green bars is the best rating possible. For an interesting take on wireless networks in your vicinity, click on the View Wireless Networks button at the lower right in the Wireless Network Connections status window. This produces the Wireless Network Connection window. If you ever need to pick a wireless network to which to connect, use this window to pick the network you wish to use. The network entry in the Choose a Wireless Network pane with the gold star labeled Connected is the one to which you're currently attached. To pick a different network, click another pane, then click the Connect button at the bottom right of the window. Notice the button labeled Change Advanced Settings. When you've chosen a network in the Wireless Network Connection window and click this button, it enables you to examine and change a variety of network settings in the Wireless Network Connection Properties window. The Configure Settings button on the General tab pane lets you see how your wireless network interface is set up and lets you alter individual settings. Notice that as you highlight elements in the property list, a corresponding description appears in the description window below. This can be very helpful when you need more information to decide what to do about certain settings. We set our network to connect only to 802.11g networks because that's what kind of wireless equipment we have, and the connection goes up quicker when it doesn't have to check for as many kinds of signals. On the Wireless Networks pane, you can get back to the View Wireless Networks window you came from, but you can also establish one or more preferred networks to which you will attach automatically. This is also where you use the Add or Remove buttons to add or take away from your preferred network list, and where highlighting an entry in that list and clicking the Properties button shows you how that network is configured in a special Properties window named for the network you've chosen. In this Properties window, the Association tab shows you the network's name and tells you what kind of authentication scheme and related key the network requires for you to gain access. On most home networks, the Authentication tab will be grayed out because it requires access to a special authentication server to which home users seldom have access. The Connection tab lets you tell Windows to connect to this network automatically whenever it's detected. On the Advanced pane in the Wireless Network Connection Properties window, you will find tie-ins to the Windows firewall to protect your PC when accessing the Internet. You'll also see a checkbox that you would click if you wanted your PC to act as a gateway for others to attach to the Internet through Windows Internet connection sharing. For wireless notebook PCs, this is usually not a very good idea, which explains why the checkbox is only rarely checked. The best way to gain access to all of this information is to use a different control panel widget. It's called the Wireless Network Setup Wizard and assists you in setting up and configuring your wireless network connection by posing a series of questions. It allows you to set up a new wireless network from scratch, which is something you should need to do only when you set up a wireless network for the first time or when you upgrade the wireless access point that interconnects your wireless systems to the Internet. It also lets you add new computers to an existing wireless network using a USB flash drive to capture settings or by manual configuration. If you have a USB flash drive around for this purpose, use it to make your job much quicker and easier. You can plug the flash drive into a suitably equipped wireless access point to share this configuration, or plug it into any computer you want to add to the network to let it gather data about those devices. When you plug the flash drive back into the computer where the wizard is running, it provides the information necessary to set up your wireless network. That's all there is to it. Please go to digitallanding.com for more information, other screencasts, and articles about your digital lifestyle.